Now, go. Turn it down a little. All right, people. Welcome to another edition of Box Chat. It's a little bit late. You've got myself, Pantrix, Forever Young. You've got the Jolt. I'll let him introduce himself. The Jolt.
Yo, what's good?
Introduce yourself, G.
Yo, this is the JOAT, Jack of all trades. What's up?
Yeah, man. There, man. Just there. Wanted to quickly go through this and have a look. We could go through three phases. We got the statistics here. We got the lineup. Then we can go through quickly the little post square up they had, and then we can go through the weigh-in and go through everything that we think is gonna happen. So, firstly, if we look at their ages. Whoa, I didn't even know Billy was older than him.
Billy's older than had less fights.
Yeah. So he's
He's
got no losses, no draws. Obviously, he's got a clean record. Hasn't fought anyone. He's got 14 knockouts, and he's got a 71 inch reach. And he's got.
You need to speak up a bit, G.
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can that.
He's basically got a 71 inch reach.
So he's longer than Canelo.
Yeah, his reach is more. He's got a bigger reach, and he's a bit taller.
A little bit taller, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit
by
taller,
half an inch.
And he's southpaw. So those things are important. He's a mover.
It is.
Yeah, go on, Canelo. Do Canelos.
So Canelo, age 30.
Yeah.
58 fights, 55 wins. 1 loss. We all know who that was to.
The man himself.
Money May all day.
Yeah.
37 knockouts. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's a hell of a lot.
And you've done the reach and the height already at the start.
Right. So for me already, looking at the fights and the experience, it goes with Canelo. We all know Canelo's fought the better fighters. That's like no doubt about it, isn't it? He's fought the better fighters. But going off just reach and height and stance, depending for me on how Billy can use those attributes, can be key for him. We all know, okay, he hasn't fought anyone, but we all know Billy Joe is a cerebral fighter. He uses his brain to fight. He's more about brains and movement. He's not trying to knock you out per se. He's trying to outpoint you. He's a former Olympian, so his background in schooling, he's not a walkover in terms of
you're saying
skill set.
He's got pedigree.
He's got a certain pedigree. I don't know what level it goes to, but he is of a certain ilk. He is of a certain ilk, and that can't be ignored. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna take this off now. Yeah. So for me, Canelo, come on, he is the better boxer. But 1 second, I just want you to continue. I'm just gonna get through to El Loco. He might join, but yeah, that's my views on it. And what do you take from that there?
Well, to be honest, what you said ain't a lie. Yeah, we all know Canelo is the better boxer, but of course, and Billy's got a chance because one is boxing. But Billy will have to be at his utmost best to have this chance. Like, he's got to be better than he's ever been. He's got to be better than he was when he fought my guy, homeboy,
Lemieux.
Lemieux. Do you know what I mean?
Go on.
Go on. What was you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say like that was a no contest.
It was a no contest.
That wasn't even close. Like, he just outboxed this dude easy. Like, it was ugly. It was really ugly. He literally showed he's of a different level from that.
From that.
Definitely from that. Remember, Golovkin beat him. I think Golovkin got rid of him, but it wasn't like that.
No, but then Golovkin don't move.
Golovkin doesn't move. That's correct. He doesn't move. He's a plodder.
You get what I'm saying? How many guys has how can I just keep forgetting his name?
Who, Lemieux?
Who's the Billy just beat again?
Lemieux.
How many guys has Lemieux fought that have been movers like Billy Joe?
Not much, no, not much.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Not much.
I believe if he'd have fought anybody of Billy Joe's caliber, like who moves around like Billy Joe, he probably would have got exposed the same kind of way.
You think so?
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Don't forget, Billy had no interest of trading with him. I'm not saying that he should have, because he done exactly the right thing. He outboxed him, made him look silly. But most of the guys that Lemieux's going to afford are going to, if there have been movers, at some point they will stand and trade. What gives them an opportunity. So it makes it look a bit better for Lemieux, you get what I'm saying? Because now he's trading punches. But Billy ain't standing around to trade with you. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're a banger.
Don't you think that Golovkin didn't?
Shit, stay there for me 1 second, bro. Let me get my charger. See my battery's gonna die.
Yeah, cool. My thoughts on this, fans, is like, basically, I really understand, and we'll get back to it when the joke comes back. It's a shame El Loco isn't here, but he'll be here another day. Hopefully, he'll be here for the post-fight review of the fight. But it's just, I have a sneaky feeling Billy's gonna make this harder than people think. Yeah. On the books, Canelo Alvarez is supposed to just walk through this guy. And I'll be honest with you, if he does walk through him, I won't be surprised. But on the other hand, if he doesn't, I won't be surprised. I really won't. We've always said, Joe, that Canelo Alvarez is probably pound for pound the best fighter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Only because Terence Crawford hasn't fought anyone of his caliber. But his resume is just vast. And the way he's leaping up divisions, fighting mans from, remember, he's fought at welterweight, he's fought at 154 to light heavy. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, just jumping up crazy. Weights. It's something that's not been done before.
I mean, who knows if it's the beef, but he's just leaping weights, man. Crazy like that.
I'll tell you something. Sorry to even cut you. I can't find the power. I got my charger and none of the outlets work. I plugged it into like 3 different outlets.
This guy, man. So you're gonna disappear soon?
No. I'm gonna get one. Fuck, I've now got to move.
Yeah, just safe. Just make sure you don't expose anything.
Hold on.
But yeah.
Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Like, ain't none of these bad boys working. My God.
Is your battery super dead?
I'm on like 2%.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
I'm gonna have to face the wall. Jesus Christ. Hold on.
You in?
Yeah, I got some juice.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if we can't really show the weigh-in. I don't know if they'll ban the video, so I don't even want to be trying to show in the weigh-in. But if anyone saw the weigh-in, if anyone was able to see the weigh-in, they would know that there isn't much height difference, but Canelo does look a bit thicker than him. Did you see the weigh-in?
Saw the Clenbuterol.
Did you see it? Did you see the weigh-in?
Nah, I missed the weigh-in still. I missed it.
When you look at the weigh-in, Billy doesn't look withdrawn. He looks in good shape. But so all right, I'll tell you what we do. Let's go with your prediction. Do you want me to go first, or you want to go?
I'll go. I don't mind going. All right,
Go
prediction wise. As you said already, like it could go either way. No, we wouldn't really be too surprised for it to go either way. As you said, for him to get wiped out by Canelo in 2 rounds, or for Billy to outpoint him, because we know both things are possible. But having said that, I don't personally believe. I like the lad Billy. But I don't believe he's got it in him to exceed what he's done before. Do you know what I mean? I believe that he's probably peaked.
Okay.
And even though that Lemieux fight was the best we've ever seen him, he's never fallen out before. I don't know if he can do that again or go past that plateau.
Okay.
So I believe Canelo's going to put him to sleep.
Whoa. I mean, Any rounds? All right, I'll tell you what. That's your first prediction. Now extend on that prediction. Your extended prediction. Now, you said it's a knockout. Say before or after. Before or after which round? Like, what would you say?
I'd say by 6.
By the 6th round, he'll be getting out of there.
By the 6th round. 7 at the latest. It could come before, but
yeah,
I reckon
before the 6th round.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to pose? I'll tell you what, we can divulge into it in deeper thought. Let me just give my opinion. I think Billy's going to beat him. I think Billy's going to beat him. I think Billy's going to beat him.
Are you saying that because you put money on it? Or
I haven't, but I'm going to put money on it. I think Billy's going to beat him. I
want Billy to beat him.
I think the key is going to be, all right, so that's my prediction. I think Billy's going to beat him on points. I think if Billy beats him on points, Billy won't knock him out, but Billy will leave him bruised.
Bruise up his face, yeah?
Yeah, Billy will bruise up his face if he wins on point. So I predict him to win on points, so that means he'll bruise up his face. So not only a points victory, but he'll bruise up his face along the way. Because if he wins on points, that means he's hitting him.
You see, so that's okay. So you think Billy's going to win by points? I think Canelo's going to win by knockout.
I think, yeah. So now let's delve deeper into why you think Billy will get knocked out by the 6th round. Yeah, go on.
Firstly, if my boy Canelo does what he does, then those PEDs are going to be working overtime. but I've thrown Canelo under the bus, but we got to remember, to be honest, both of them have been done for PEDs before.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that really clouds them both, but it clouds Canelo more because of his greatness, his statue of greatness. You see what I mean? It puts a massive cloud over it. But I don't, mate. I honestly, I can't see, as you said, apart from points, I can't see a way Billy can do this. I'm trying to really analyze and see where he can do it. And the only way is points, because there's no way of knocking Canelo out. The problem that we have here is both of these guys at points in fights are inactive. Do you know what I mean? At points in fights, both of them have been known not to throw enough punches. Do you know what I mean? Take time off in a round, or take rounds off. Now it's who can afford to do that in this fight.
Well, because of where it is, you'd say Canelo, innit? If it goes to points, you'd probably say it will go to Canelo. Canelo, it'll be hard to beat Canelo on points. You're gonna have to really outbox him. You're gonna have to hit and not be hit.
But don't forget as well, saying that Canelo's got a crazy defense.
He has.
His defense is crazy.
He has.
Not to mention him just taking these certain shots that no human's meant to take.
Yeah.
He's also got a crazy defense. You know what I'm saying? So, and those shots he only takes like once in a blue moon. Usually, he's getting out of the way of everything. You know what I mean? He's out of there.
No, I hear
So
that.
it's going to be hard. Even though Billy can do this thing, is Billy accurate enough? Because those other guys, did he have to be as accurate? Those other guys don't move like Canelo moves.
No, they don't.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. But so you think that he'll be able to corner Billy?
I think so. Mate, he's got to walk him down. This guy walked down Kovalev.
But
You get me?
But Kovalev don't move.
No,
You can trap Kovalev.
He did, but he's trapping a man who bangs.
Yeah, but remember, if you get past Kovalev's jab, he's an open. Like, okay, if you when Andre Ward beat Kovalev, yeah. Remember when Andre Ward beat Kovalev? The first time, yeah, he tried to sit on the outside and he got clipped and knocked down. But once he went on the inside, the fight was even. The power was neutralized because you're not at the end of his levers. So Canelo could never have just sat there and, like he did with Golovkin, just sat in the middle of the ring and prod it. He had to close down the distance because that's when the power will hurt him. And then obviously, once you force this man back, you take some of his power away because he's not. Do you know what I mean?
Sit down.
He's not a counter puncher. He can't set traps. He's not. That was just like, as soon as you get a man like Kovalev going backwards, think about it like Charlo. I like Charlo, both of them. But the big one, if you start making him go back, it could get problematic for him. It could get problematic for him. If you start cutting down that space and he can't release the long shots, his levers, it can get problematic for him. If he doesn't make you respect him,
cool.
his power before them.
You just said though. You brought up Golovkin. He stood in the middle of the ring with Golovkin and traded with Golovkin. He's able to take shots. You know what I'm saying? If he needs to get to you.
Yeah, I think Golovkin, think about it, and Golovkin hit him. Golovkin's not tricky. Golovkin's not quick. But he hit him with uppercuts, not just jabs, because we know Golovkin's got a good jab. We're not going to take that from Golovkin. He's got an Olympic style jab. But
he's got an Olympic style jab.
Yeah, his jab is good, man. His jab is good. That people don't respect it, but he's got a good jab.
It is.
But
and you're right, he doesn't move. But
he hit him with uppercuts.
Don't forget, that's because Canelo fought a different way. Canelo chose to stand in front of him as well.
Okay, so when he went backwards, he got hit as well. What I'm trying to say is he's a great boxer, but he's not a Mayweather. I don't get hit. He gets hit. He can be hit. You get me? I think the fight we saw with the last guy, I thought was a disgusting showing. It was horrible. Did no justice, and it made it look like he and Kovalev, because Kovalev nearly died about 2 months before that fight.
What?
Bruv, he had the fight with what's his name 2 months before, or not even 3 months before. 3 months before, maybe 3 months before.
With Yard.
Yeah, bruv, he nearly got knocked out from an inexperienced man who's only fought 18 fights. That's not someone who I'm expecting to beat Canelo. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not expecting you to beat Canelo after Yard nearly took you out. And no experience. And did the opposite. He fought backwards. Not backwards, but he stayed on the outside. He didn't walk him down. Yard basically just fought on the outside, and then towards the last round started walking him down. The prototype is there. Andre Ward showed how you fight Kovalev. Break him down, hit the body. He's weak at the body. He'll start to wither.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though he's got names under his belts recently, there's a route for them. There's a route to beat them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't fight Kovalev before Andre Ward fought him, before he was broken. You get me? Before he got knocked out and was keeling over, pretending he's been punched in the. That's a broken man. You get what I'm saying? You're not fighting no one that anyone was his that facade of him being that killer was taken from him.
Mm-hmm.
And you did a good job. Don't get me wrong. You did what you're supposed to do, but I don't give you props for it. I'll give you props for the name, but I don't give you props for the actual win. Like, you didn't show anything to me for me to think, oh wow, that you really. I just know he's a good boxer anyway. But anyway, what I was gonna say, one, Billy's not gonna stand still. Two, the two guys that Canelo has fought that are movers, you could say he lost to them.
Oh, Lara.
And Mayweather. And Mayweather didn't even move like that. Do you know what Mayweather did? He moved accordingly. If that makes sense.
He moved the top half of his body. He didn't really move his legs like that.
Yeah, he just moved accordingly. Like, okay, you're throwing the hook, I'll move out the way. But he didn't circle the ring. Do you know what I mean? He just boxed him and moved when he had to accordingly. And we know Lara, he can't fight inside. So the minute you close down the space, he's just going to keep moving. He's just going to keep moving and moving and moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. And not because it's great boxing. It's just he don't want you to
come inside.
Pour inside. He's just pour inside. He's pour inside.
But how good is Billy Joe inside?
But that's the thing. Billy Joe is a different. That's what I'm saying. Billy Joe, I feel, is smarter than Lara inside. Because Lara, we saw. Remember, who's that guy that I think he fought, man? Lara fought some Mexican guy, and Angulo.
Oh, Angulo.
Angulo nearly took his soul. No pace. One pace. One hard shot. The rest shots are all soft shots trying to line up his hard shot. But he just walked him down, and that made you realize that no, you're not a mover like that. You're not. You're moving because you don't want him to be too close because you can't fight inside. You don't know when you're to hold up. You don't hold up correctly. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't hold the person up correctly. You don't pivot correctly. You're just moving around the ring in a circle and trying to get your 1-2 off and then moving 1-2. But it's not like Tyson, Fury, Billy Joe bouncing on your feet type of thing. Them man bounce. They're bouncing. They're literally jogging. Like, if you get what I'm saying, they're more bouncers. Lara's not a bouncer, is he? He's more like a move, pivot, not pivot, turn. He's not bouncing around the ring. You get what I'm saying? So, and even then, he found it hard to find him. Imagine a man who's just bouncing around the ring, jabbing you, flicking his hand at you. Like, them guys don't fight like that.
It depends if Canelo could cut that ring off.
But then if he cuts the ring off, he needs to remember that he needs to cut it off, but not cut it off and kill himself. Because if he does, Billy Joe will tie him up. Because Billy Joe's got his equilibrium is better than them guys. Kovalev, he'll tie him up, breathe, break, move, flick the jab, twist, flick the jab, hit the shot, set traps. He'll try and set traps. Lara will try and set traps, but he'll try and set traps, walk him into stuff. I think he's going to have a bit more to him.
You see what you're saying? I think what you're saying for Billy all depends on a lot of things. And mainly is, can he take the shot when he gets hit with it? Because he's going to get hit as well.
Yeah. Will he roll it though? Will he get hit in a way? See, the thing is, he'll get hit, but will he get hit in a way? Will he roll the punches? That's what you mean. Can he take the punches? Like, will he roll with them, or do you mean if he gets a stiff one where his chin goes over there?
If he gets a stiff one, can he take it? Because I
don't think he can. I don't.
This is what I'm saying. I've seen a couple men who hit way less, who are lesser men than Canelo, who hit a lot less harder than he does. You tap Billy on the jaw and his legs are buckled.
Yeah, I don't think that he can just take A
And
clean one.
that's my thing with it. I don't think Billy goes 12 rounds without getting his jaw tapped.
What, clean? You think he's going to hold a clean one?
Clean one. Like the only way his jaw don't get tapped is if, like you said, he moves around that ring from beginning to end, like from round 1 to round 12. Because if he takes a day off, if he takes a half a second off, he's going to get tapped. That jaw's going to get tapped. Like he has to continuously move.
So, okay. I think okay. But you don't, that's what I'm saying. You don't think that there'll be times when he'll just tie him up?
I think there'll be times when he tries to tie him up, but then that's all gonna. That's a good point. I think we're gonna see early on. So in those 2 or 3 clinches, we're gonna see whether Billy's able to tie him up or not. You get what I'm saying? Properly, effectively. You know what I'm saying?
I think he will be able to. Because I don't think Canelo's got that. I don't think Canelo's got that Sean Paul or Andre Ward type of power to shrug you off.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's rugged like that either. But I don't think he minds being tied up inside because it gives him a chance to do a bit of work as well.
No, like literally grip him up, like lock arm.
But I don't think Billy's got that to him either. I don't think Billy can do that.
I think he can. I think he can do that. When I say I think he can do that, I think he's smart enough to do it for the ref. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Canelo will, when he gets locked up, will shrug him off, or like I don't think he's strong, but I don't think he's them type of strength. You see, like Sean Paul, Andre Ward, they probably don't hit as hard, but physically strength, like holding you up strength, I don't think he's got that. I think he's got strength hitting you, but I don't think he's got strength like pushing you off or being able to unlock his arms and stuff or get out and free his arm. I don't think he's got that type of strength. You get what I'm saying? It's a different type of strength. I don't think he's got it. And I think if he allows Billy to hold him up, it will only be later in the rounds if he's losing, he'll try and free himself. But it'll be too late by then. And I think Billy's a way more, I think Billy's a way more accurate puncher than the guy he just fought. And I think if he sees an opening, he'll fighting off the back foot, he'll take advantage of it way better than the guy Canelo last fought. Like I feel like when Billy at this weight hits, he leaves bruises.
Who you talking about? Yildirim?
No, not Yildirim. Yildirim's a joke. Sorry,
Yeah,
not Yildirim.
Isn't it?
English guy.
Who? Callum.
Yeah, because Callum fought on the back foot, didn't he? Basically,
yeah.
The whole fight.
Callum disappointed me. I don't want to talk about that one. Callum upset me. He really upset me. I don't know if that's because of the injury though. Maybe it's because of his arm. I hope it's because of his arm.
But like I said, them type of fighters, how did he fight him? He walked him down. He had to cut off the distance. He had to stop the tall man being able to control the distance. Because the minute you let the tall man control the distance, he'll make sure you're on the end of his fist. But if you close the distance and you're close enough, you take some of the power of his shot, plus him going backwards, you take more of the power of his shot. Because these mans aren't counter punchers. These men can't set traps for you. Do you know what I mean? They don't move in certain ways where you open up, and they're not built like that. So if you walk them down, they just break down. They're just, why is he walking through my jab? Yeah, because your jab you're not stepping into your jab, you're stepping off your jab. It doesn't have the same bite and sting. Do you know what I mean? You don't have a jab that you don't have ranges of your jab. You don't go down, it's just up. So once he just blocks that and walks through, you're broken. But I think it's gonna be tough. Trust me, I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be tough. Huh?
You reckon it's gonna go back and forth?
But I don't even think it's gonna go back and forth. I think it's gonna be like when we watched him. That's the thing. Think about this, yeah. He fought Amir Khan, yeah, and Amir Khan was beating him all around till he knocked Amir Khan out. I think the round before he won. So I don't know what Randy knocked him out in.
I don't think, but yeah, I understand that. But I think I think that was part of the game plan. I think he knew Khan will be up. I think his whole thing was just knock Khan out. He was never planning on taking Khan to points. I think his whole thing was just waiting till that opportunity comes to knock Khan out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He couldn't. Okay, how can I put it? If I can outbox you, if I can, why am I letting you just win rounds? If I can win the round, you couldn't just win the round. You had to use this game plan. You didn't have any other options. You had to wait for him to open up to hit him, because he'll move around the ring and he'll throw 1,000 punches, move around the ring, move. But you've got a guy who's tricky. He's tricky. That's the thing. He's equilibrium he's not just in there, just doing repeat. He'll jab, he'll move, he'll go that way, he'll pivot, he'll flick his jab.
Billy's tricky at his best.
Okay, check this.
If he ain't at his best,
check this. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. We watched Tyson Fury, beat Chisora, uppercut himself in the face. Yeah. Nearly fight Hay, but didn't get the fight. Fought Christian Hammer. He fought one guy that they thought he lost to, and they had to rematch the fight, and then he beat the guy convincingly. Yeah. Fight Vladimir Klitschko, champion for 10 years. Tyson Fury had no resume to fight Klitschko. There was no one on his resume for him to be fighting Klitschko. He went in there and he dumbfounded the guy. Moving, flicking, jabbing, taunting.
You got to give him credit for that. But at the same time, he done that because of size and he overwhelmed the guy. It was something new. You get what I'm saying? Don't forget, at this time when Tyson stepped into that ring,
what did you say?
This is the first time Vladimir dealt with him.
This is the first time he's dealt with a southpaw that jogs around the ring. He's never fought a southpaw who jogs around the ring.
Do you know what? Let's just say he beat him. I don't like to use that on as a reference because Vladimir didn't fight him again. You get what I'm saying? We would have seen a different fight if Vladimir would have fought him again.
Yeah, but this is the key. We're using it as a reference, as not because necessarily that he beat how he beat him. It's the fact he had no resume when he beat him.
And he beat him.
There was no one on his resume. There was no one worthy of you saying, you should fight Vladimir. Your hardest fight was Chisora. Everyone beats up Chisora. Like,
I'm talking about my virgin like that.
Yeah, but he lost to Parker and he still thinks he won. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he thinks going on in the ring. Throwing punches that mean nothing. 3-4 good rounds, and then you think you won the fight, bro. You didn't win the fight. Come on.
Yeah, no,
like, you give it your all, but you don't win. You're not accurate enough. You just throw in. There's nothing.
Del Boy knows he didn't win that fight. Del Boy just wants another check.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So think about it. That's my point. I know that probably if Vladimir fought Tyson again, he might beat him because he would have known what he's dealing with. It was the anomaly, innit? He went in thinking one thing, thinking he's rubbish, who's he fought, to go in there and realizing, right, he's not that bad.
Yeah, he's not rubbish.
He's not rubbish.
He knows how to use your size.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that size and everything, it overwhelmed him.
Because think about it. What are you thinking? That you can just hit him? You think you can just hit Billy Joe?
I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but he's going to be hit. There's no way he goes through that fight with not being hit.
Yeah,
or getting cornered.
You can't go in the shower and not get wet. But let's be honest. Canelo has gone. He went 12 rounds with a man with one arm and hit him continuously and didn't knock him out. His power is not out of this world power.
Who are you talking about? Callum?
Yeah, he hit Callum. His power's not out of this world, Callum. Did he drop Callum?
Take TKO.
Huh?
Went at TKO. He didn't go 12 rounds with Callum. Callum took a knee, innit?
I don't know.
Yeah, Callum took a knee.
12 rounds.
No. I'm from what in my mind's eye, I can see Callum taking a knee.
You have to be sure about this. We check it
I'm telling
as
you.
we're talking.
Go on, do that. Do that as we're talking. But I'm sure Callum took a knee. That's a TKO there.
Yeah. But that's not one hit punch power though.
No, it's not. It's not one hit pro. But it's an accumulative. It's an accumulative power.
Will he though?
You get what I'm saying? Them body shot.
Will he hit his body though?
I think so, because that's one of Canelo's king. That's one of his trademarks, body shots.
Yeah.
So I think so that's another thing as well. That's another. How long can Billy keep moving? Because he's going to be targeting the body.
So the question is, how long? There's two things. How long can Billy keep taking the punch to the body, and how long can Sal keep walking in and feeling something? Like, because I feel like Billy, like I said, I feel like, I know we were saying, well, look, my man was hitting him, but Billy Joe is a backwards fighter. He will be able to generate the power and set certain traps. Whether Canelo falls for them or not is another thing, but those guys like Lara who fight backwards, they can generate the power. They've been training to fight that way. So he's going to walk him down, but he's going to walk onto stuff. You're not going to just walk down someone who fights backwards and you ain't walking onto nothing.
I don't know.
Walk onto some stuff.
I don't know. Like, I hear what you're saying. Billy's a counter puncher and this, that, and the third, and walking back, he could generate a little bit of power. But I don't know if he could generate enough power to be stunning Canelo going backwards. And it's at some point of the fight, he's going to have stones and stand up and stand and step into his punches. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going backwards. Yeah, so that's the point. That's the point that he's going to hurt him, if any. But I don't think going backwards he's going to be able to hurt him.
But think about it, yeah. I'm not saying Billy will stun him. I'm saying Billy, how long can he walk in?
To get him.
Billy's hitting the same place in his eye. That eye will swell up, regardless of what tablets he's taking. If I keep punching you in that same place in your eye, it's gonna swell up. Do you want to continue with me hitting you there every time you walk in? Or you getting caught here every time I walk in? I don't think you're right. I don't think he's got the power to make him wield, but I think he's got the power for him to respect him and be more cautious how you come in, which will slow down how quickly you come in. You get me?
But you see that as well. I don't see that happening. The amount of guys this Mexican has fought, and chased down in the ring, bro, his experience is crazy. His experience coupled with the PDs is out of this world. You get what I'm saying?
Has he fought someone like Billy before?
No, but the only one who's similar to Billy would be Lara, as you said.
Well, Lara's not a good example.
It's the only one similar, like moving wise. I think I'm trying to think about anybody else. Not recently. I can't think anybody who moves like that who he's fought. No, I can't. I can't think anybody who's. But again, saying that, I believe this guy can take a shot. But if you're peppering his face coming in, he's gonna come in. Like, he's got no business in walking into certain things that he's walking into in certain fights. As you said, fair enough. You gave a great example where some of these people, like obviously like your Kovalevs and that, walking backwards, the power's not the same and this stuff. But bro, it's still a power from a light heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but the thing is, how many times are they doing it is the key. It's not how hard you think that one shot is. It's how many times he gets hit there is the key.
Same place,
you know what I'm saying? Because if you hit him once and he rolls it, or you hit him in a certain way and he's rolling, because sometimes when he gets hit, he rolls punches. Like, he does roll punches. He's a great defender. But how many times can my glove keep skimming your eye? After a while, it cuts. How often can I punch you somewhere before you start respecting my technique rather than my power?
Depends how much. It depends how good that technique is, and if there's enough power. If man just grades in that spot there, over time it will. But that's what I mean. Canelo's too smart to be hit in the same place 1,000 times. You see what I'm saying? He's just too smart. Like, over 50 fights, rude boy. He's too smart to be getting punched in the same eye. Continuously. Just douche. He's too smart for that.
All right. So you think that he's going to be able to trap? Do you think he's going to be able to trap?
He'll trap him. They'll travel because, as you said, look, Billy's gonna have to win it on points. But we know, and even I swear he's even said himself, to win a fight against Canelo Alvarez on points in the States is gonna be a fucking language. It's gonna be a feat.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? That is gonna be a feat. So at some point, he's gonna have to try and knock Canelo out, unless he's like ridiculously up on the cards. Which can you see that happening?
No, I can't. It depends what is going on. It's gonna be boring. It'll be a boring fight if he does that.
Like for Billy to have a chance, yeah. For me, Billy's got to start off early.
Canelo won on
First
points.
few rounds, he's got to win.
Canelo won on points against Smith.
Was it on points?
Yeah, but he battered him. Yeah, he won on points.
He took a knee though, innit? Smith took a knee in that fight though.
I don't know, but he battered him.
The
point is, he pounded on him. He pounded on him. Yeah, which means he doesn't have that one punch knockout. It's more accumulative. If you allow him to accumulatively hit you, you will feel something horrible happen to you. He's not a concussive puncher. Nothing wrong with that. All the best fighters aren't concussive punchers. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying he comes with this stigma. It's about, remember, boxers, it's all a mental, innit? So you have to fight certain stigmas that are being presented to you and being given to you continuously, time after time after time, and think to yourself, no, it's not that what you're saying it is. And that's one of the key things he's got over, I feel, Billy, is that stigma of Canelo Alvarez. If you're going to beat him, it's not that you can't respect him, but you can't believe all the dogma that's been given about him. If that's the right word. All the supernatural stuff, all the things that make him seem like he's super invincible in terms of power. You can't take his skill from him, but he's not concussive, but he prods you and walks you down like he's a power puncher. But if you think about it, Canelo's always been really a come forward guy.
Yeah, he has.
He's always been really a come forward guy.
That's the truth. It hasn't changed.
Hasn't really changed.
I'm trying to, I'm skimming it back. To be fair, that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's not a counter puncher.
Not really. He can counter punch, but that's not his thing.
That's not his thing. He's a walk forward fighter. You're right. He comes forward. Every one of his fights, he comes forward.
You know what I mean? The only fight we saw him do that was Golovkin, the first fight.
Yeah. And they said he was scared of him. So then he changed it around and fought him the other way and beat him up.
Yeah. I think he realized I can roll his punches. He may hit me, but I can see his punches and roll them. But think about it like this. Why did he fight that fight the first time? Because of the stigma and the dogma around Golovkin. Only for you to go in the ring with him and realize, it's not that. It's really not that. I can actually stand toe to toe with him. But before then, you're planning. The way he fought the fight is like this guy is a concussive puncher. Only to be hit by him and thought, it's not like that. If I fight him again, I'll stand in the middle of the ring with him and go toe to toe. I'm quicker. I got better reflexes. My defense is better, and I can roll punches. His punches are hard, but I see him coming. I just think, okay, if he knocks him out in the 6th round, like I said, I won't be surprised, but I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. And I'm going to say Billy is going to win on points. And if he does win on points, Canelo's face is going to look worse for wear. He's not going to come out looking at you, team in my background. His face is going to come out worse for wear. And I feel like
anchovy face.
And I feel like Billy, he's not going to realize how hard Billy punches at this weight. That's what I reckon he's going to realize. He's going to realize he's not a powder puff puncher. Lemieux realized that. But the way he's punching with Lemieux around the ring was ridiculous. Bro, I wish I could bring it up. If you look at the replay of the way he's punching. He's punching him like he's a baby. He's punching him like, you can knock this guy out. Like, your punches are rattling him.
Was he on PEDs then?
There we go. There we go. There we go.
I just asked a question. I didn't
Well-
say it was. I just asked a question.
Well, I don't know about that. Void of that, he went up weight. The thing is, they go up weight, innit? And someone like him who has to work hard to lose the weight to fight man's. Because remember, when he fought Eubank Jr., what was that? Was that middleweight? That was middleweight, isn't it?
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, that was middleweight.
That was middleweight. So he wasn't in proper shape. He wasn't doing running. He come into the fight out of shape, and you could see it by the 6th round. Everyone says Billy tanked by the 6th round. That's the problem with him. He's got no tank. By the 6th round, he's going to be knackered. Bro, you can't be knackered. He's not that stupid. You can't be knackered against this guy.
No, he's gonna. Well, that's what I'm saying. He should know that he's got to be in the best shape of his life. That's what everybody assumes, and he should know that.
You should be. Against any professional of a certain ilk, you have to be.
We assume that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
but as you said, against Chris Eubanks Jr., because that's what everybody raves about how he was against Chris Eubanks Jr. And as you just said, people saying he was out of shape. How out of shape was he? You know what I'm saying?
No.
How long did he have to train for that fight?
No, he didn't do no running. He wasn't like fat necessarily, but he wasn't fit to go 12 rounds. He wasn't fit to go 12 rounds. He was probably more concerned with making weight than being match fit, fighting fit.
Do you know what? That's another fight I need to watch again anyway, because
people say Chris Eubank Jr. won.
I don't think Chris won because I think Chris took too long to start. So as I was going to say, I don't know if it's because Billy tanked or because Chris started fighting after 6 rounds. Do you know what I mean? Because the first 6 rounds, Chris weren't fighting. It's only after the first 6 rounds he started to throw his hands. So I don't know if it's, as I said, I don't know if it's Billy's tank or it's because Chris started to fight. So
yeah,
I don't know
either way. But do you think that's what I'm saying? What I was trying to say is, can you go off past fights to a degree to decide? Because, like I said, that's why I gave the Tyson Fury example. Because you've seen man, and it's the element of surprise. That's what it is. It's the element of surprise. That's the key. Mute your thing if you have to.
Yeah, no, it's done. Mute it.
It's the element of surprise. That's the key. Because if they're looking at the best Billy Joe, they're looking at the one that fought Lemieux. And that one that fought Lemieux, we've never seen him as fit as that.
No.
We've never seen him jog around the ring for 12 rounds like that. So that can't be the best of him because he's only done it once.
That's what I'm saying. He's only done it once. Like, did he step up to that plateau because he knew he was fighting Lemieux?
Yeah, most probably. He fighting someone who's a puncher. He's a serious puncher. And you can't punch with him. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. I reckon I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if Billy Joe. I won't be surprised if Billy Joe wins this fight, bro. I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if he hits him with something and everyone's surprised that it made him think about what he's doing. I won't be surprised because I see him hit Lemieux with stuff and I'm like, bloody hell. Like, you punch harder at the higher weight. You punch harder when you're not trying to cut weight. Think about it. He doesn't look withdrawn. Look at the weigh-in. You have to look at the weigh-in. You should have watched the weigh-in beforehand, bro. Should have seen the weigh-in. He doesn't look as withdrawn. He's fighting at a higher weight. You know, you got some man that are depleted when they fight at a lower weight, and when they reach their weight, when they fight at their natural weight, they're stronger. And then you got man that are able to balloon up to their weight and have that advantage. So think about it. He's going to be able to balloon up to a certain size. I don't know if it's with his belt, because you know there's one of them belts where they don't allow you to balloon up they'd give you a weigh-in on the day of the fight.
Yeah. Ain't that the IBO or something?
I can't remember what belt it is. One of them weirdo belts. Was it the WBA? Was it the WBA? I can't remember, but I don't know if that's in the.
You think you don't look a bit slim?
Who?
Billy.
No, not withdrawn.
I think he looks a little bit fucking withdrawn.
Look at this guy. You're just looking for. You're trying to poke holes.
Yes, right. Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below the.
I think he looks a bit withdrawn.
Yeah, you would say that. You're looking for reasons now. But I got on my thing.
Like,
I say he looks withdrawn.
He looks a bit sucked in. No, he don't look withdrawn. He don't look withdrawn. He just looks
slim, blood. He looks slim.
I ain't seen him like this. That's why. I don't think I've ever seen him like this.
Yeah, they call him man, telling man they're withdrawn, you know.
What are these men fight? They fight at middleweight, yeah? What's this? 160?
They fight at super middleweight. 160? No, it should be one higher than 160.
168?
Yeah, super middleweight. Because Canelo wants to be the first undisputed super middleweight, isn't it?
So it's 168.
And he weighed 167.5 pounds.
Who did? Canelo or Billy?
Billy.
167, yeah.
And a half.
What did Canelo weigh?
I can't even remember what he weighed. I never check him anymore. He's a commensurate professional. He's never really. I've never known him not to be on weight. Oh, you know them ones. I ain't even checking for that. It's always the ones that you're unsure of. You check. That Broner, Javante Tank Davis. You check their weight because they're never really. Always in bits.
Not true. Well, as you said, he does. Canelo looks a bit thicker.
Huh? Canelo, yeah, he looks a bit thicker.
He looks all right. He looks all right. His face doesn't look depleted. It's just, as I said, his arms looked a bit skinny, and you know the width of him.
Yeah.
But in his face, he doesn't look depleted.
He's in good shape. Man's got abs. He's in good shape, bro. I don't know if you can see that. You won't be able to see it on my phone. No, you won't be able to see it.
Hey, come on, the paddy.
Are you watching it?
Come on, Billy.
But I want him to win, blood.
I want him to win as well. Even though I think he's going to lose, I actually want him to win.
Maybe that's why, and his confidence as well. Maybe that's why I'm going with it. But I want him to go in there and put on a boxing clinic, bro, and just bring everyone down a peg.
It'll be amazing for the UK,
and then
not only just for the UK, for it, not even necessarily it humbles Canelo, because I don't think he's an arrogant dude. To be fair, anyway.
No.
I think it humbles the WBC.
Yeah,
I think it humbles all those mans who are behind him, always giving him that extra push. You see what I'm saying? When he don't even need it.
Yep.
Like, I know we've been talking about the PEDs a lot. Did you not hear a rumor with Suleiman that apparently I don't know if it's correct, I need to do some more research, but apparently he's allowed the level of clenbuterol to be a bit higher in the fighters now.
No, come on, man.
Yeah. Apparently he's changed
Why?
it. It's only one reason. It's going to be for a man like Canelo. Do you see what I'm saying? But I've got to double check it. But this is what from other new media sources. This is what they're reporting.
No, them scumbags.
Yeah, them scumbags. Again, so I need to double check and see how true it is.
Yeah, them guys, they bring up news all the time, man. I don't even want to call out no names, man. I don't want to call out no names because they don't want this beef, bro. I'm telling you. Don't get me wrong, they know boxing history, but they're subdued with it, man. They're not very. They're so biased that it goes crazy. Like I said, I want Billy to win, and I'm gonna go for him, even if it's just. I wouldn't say I'm doing it because it's Devil Advocate. It's what I actually believe. I believe we're due to see something special here. We've always watched Billy, and we've always liked Billy. Because he's a cerebral boxer, but he's never reached a height. We never knew he'd reach the height he has reached today. Man have always liked Billy. You get what I'm saying? The only time man started to feel a way about Billy was when he fought Eubank Jr. That's when it went a bit pear-shaped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's the truth. That's the
But
truth.
apart from that, man have always liked Billy.
But
So
I
it's a weird one. I feel like we know he can box. We know, but he's always boxed against the caliber he's fought against. But anyone he's boxed against, whether they're bad or not, he's done enough to win.
Yes.
He's done enough to win. He's 30-0. He's done enough to win.
He's
And-
done enough to
And I don't believe Canelo's fought someone like him even the closest he's fought to him in a long time. And I feel like he's going to be taunting him in the ring. Yeah. He's going to feel his jabs. He's going to flick his jab. He's not going to be doing like Lara don't flick jabs. Lara don't stand side on. Lara faces you and moves like 1, 2, move over there, walk around it. It's not bouncing and doing Muhammad Ali shuffle, and it's not all that type of movement. I don't think he's ever fought anyone who can do that. So the reality is, can he jog around the ring for 12 rounds? He needs to be able to do that. Because if he can, it's hard to hit a man. You can't trap a man who's jogging around the ring. You can't trap him. And when you do trap him, he just has to lock you up. Unless you're Sean Porter or Andre Ward, he ain't gonna get, when you lock him, he ain't gonna be able to get out of it. And you know what I mean, make you exert yourself. You know what I mean?
What if Canelo changes his thing? What if Canelo decides not to walk forward?
Then if he decides not to walk forward, what, and just stand in the middle of the ring?
Stand in the middle of the ring, or try and set a trap for Billy Joe by going backwards himself.
If he stands in the middle of the ring, then if he stands in the middle of the ring or he decides to walk backwards, then I feel like it's even worse for him. Because now Billy Joe is cerebral and will use the little bit of reach he's got to just jab him. Jab him and circle, jab him and circle. Whatever's going to happen, Billy Joe's jabbing and circling. You stand in the middle of the ring, he's jabbing and circling. You walk backwards, he's jabbing and he's circling you as he's coming forward.
That's the moral story. He's jabbing and circling.
If you walk backwards, he's going to make it look like he's attacking you and walk you down like he's like for the judges, but would be just jabbing you. But walk you down like he's got some purpose. You know, you see Canelo walk people down with purpose. He'll pretend he's got purpose, but really all he's looking for is the jab. His jab until you show something where he can jab you and straight right your jab. He's not. I think he's too smart, bro. I think he's too smart. I honestly think he's too smart for Canelo Alvarez not to just try and walk down. Obviously, the beginning of the fight, the beginning of the first 2 rounds, yeah, Canelo is going to see what his boxing skills are about. Is his jab good? He's going to flick. He's going to flick the jab, which gives, you know, when you flick it, it gives you more reach as well. He's going to flick the jab, stand sideways on, circle round. I think it's going to be tough, bro.
Well, I think Billy wins the first round anyway, straight away. He's winning the first round because Canelo's going to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Billy should be watching as well, but I think he's going to... he should be watching as well, but I think Canelo's going to allow him he's going to give him the first round so he can see what's going on. But for Billy to have a chance, as I said, he needs to win those first 3 rounds anyway. You get me? He needs those first 3. And then after that, and for Billy not to win on points, if it goes the distance, Canelo needs to win those first 3 rounds. It's all about the first 3 rounds. If it's going points, it's all about those first 3 rounds. For me, whoever has the lion's share, or really no, the first 3. I was going to say the lion's share of those 3 rounds, but if whoever gets those first 3, mate, that's it. Is it possible for one? I think it's not going to happen like that. It's going to be like a 2-1. I don't think anybody's going to have the lion's share of those first 3. Thinking about it now.
They won't even let it happen anyway. They won't even let it happen. They'll start talking that narrative. Well, who's winning the round? He's forcing the fight. They're going to start painting narratives. You get me? Start painting pictures for man straight away to give an outcome of how they want the result to go. You get what I'm saying?
Which is also in favor of Canelo.
Which means he has to be going on. This is why I'm saying he's going to run around, because the only way he's not going to get hit is to run around. He can't walk around. He can't walk backwards like with his guard up. He's going to get hit. He has to be on his toes, continuous on his toes, faking, on his toes,
saying,
moving, faking.
It can't be anywhere near close for Billy. See, I just say for Billy to win on points, it can't be anywhere near close. Like it can't be anywhere near close. Like Billy has to have a significant lead. Do you know what I mean? Like significant. He has to win it. He has to be flipping. He has to be like 8-4. Do you know what I mean? Like significant.
Or yeah.
It can't be close. There can't be 1 round in it. There can't even be 2 rounds in it. There's 2 rounds in it. It will still go to Canelo.
But you're
Do you know what I
saying
mean?
he's gonna get him out of there by the 6th, 7th round.
I reckon he's gonna get him out of there by 6-7.
The thing is, if he knocks him out, I won't even be shocked. That's the thing. I won't be shocked, but I've just got this. I'm gonna place a bet, bro.
You'll be disappointed. You won't be shocked, but you'll be disappointed.
I definitely won't be shocked though, but I won't be like, wow, oh my god. It's just I feel like he's not gonna do that. I don't know why.
But like you said you wouldn't be shocked. But like you said, if Billy goes and beats him on points and puts on a masterclass, it won't be surprised. For me, I won't be surprised either. Do you see what I'm saying? But I don't think he's going to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if he done it because he has the ability to do it. You get what I'm saying? Or he's got the he's got the projected ability to do it.
But will he do it? That's your thing.
But will he do it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think
on that
he's
note,
gonna do it. Yeah, on that note.
Putting the money on.
I'm putting money on. I'm gonna probably put a score on.
20 to 1, so I might put a score on as well. Fuck it.
For him to win the fight. I don't know about on points or anything. I mean, or knockout. But I'm gonna say, what is it? 20 to 1 for him just to win the fight.
20 to well, I'm not sure, but I saw 20 to 1 for Billy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put a score on him. Just a score, just like what's that? We win 200 then.
Yeah, 2 bills.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm gonna put a score on him. If I win the 2 bills, I'm gonna wish I put $1,000 on him. But I put a score on him. Hope he does something. You get what I'm saying? Hope he does something special. On that note, yeah. So we've got our. So we'll come back. We don't know when we'll come back. It'll probably be during the week sometime. But we'll come back to review the fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully, El Loco will be with us as well. One of our residents as well. He's out at the moment, so he couldn't make it. But
and look, hopefully Billy does it. So when we come back, I can say, listen, I made a mistake, and Billy done it.
Because then what will happen is Billy will then fight Charlo, and Charlo will knock his clout out. You get what I'm saying? That's it. That's what I'm saying.
This went from a Billy fan to a Billy fucking hater.
yeah.
Second.
Bruv, I'm the twins all day. You get me? All that thing there. I'm the twins all day. But
some Cubs in the camp.
Whatever. They ain't no Cubs, but they're Lions. They're Lions.
Cubs in the camp.
Bruv,
Cubs in the camp.
Don't get me wrong. They're not the best articulate people. But bruh, they're lions, bruv.
No,
when you're a lion, you don't need to be too articulate. You just need to be able to roar. That man can roar. You get me? What did you, just before we leave, so we'll leave Billy, but 2 things. What did you think of Thingy's performance? And does he deserve a fight? Does he deserve a fight against the Charlos? What's in the Boo Boo? Andre.
His last fight. I didn't see his last fight. It popped up on my suggestions the other day, and I said, you know what? When I get a quiet time, I'm gonna sit it down and watch it properly. But I haven't watched it yet. With this pandemic thing, I don't know if it's because of the pandemic thing, but a lot of these fights are not being advertised properly.
His fights never are, though, isn't it? He's not.
Yeah,
he's not a crowd drawer.
Even this fight. This is a massive fight. Billy and Canelo. It's not been advertised properly. That's what I believe personally. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, I don't know if I said, I don't know if it's because of the pandemic, but a lot of these fights.
And probably because he's Mexican, they probably just needs to promote to Mexico. That's enough. They'll all come out. It's their day, innit? Probably don't need to promote the day as much. I think it's more a COVID because they haven't been able to do enough. What do they call it? Promos. You know, like promos 24/7, all that. They haven't been able to do all those things, so that's probably why.
But then you got to push the face out, like see what you got in the background, push the poster out. You know what I mean? Let people know that it's coming.
Yeah.
Like this crept up on me.
For real, it did come quickly.
Like a lot of other fights. And I don't. It's not even just boxing, to be fair. A lot of the UFC fights, massive fights in UFC, like all, it's the same kind of thing. Like a lot of the. I guess there is a pandemic then.
That's
I guess
what it is.
It's pandemic.
It's a pandemic. But what did you think? Oh, so you didn't see the fight, and like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to name no names, but there was one guy chatting some jazz, as far as I'm concerned, saying that the Charlo, the younger one, Jamel, is frightened of Boo Boo, yeah, because he hasn't fought him yet, and like it's like you're avoiding him, like you're saying you're not going to give him the fight, right? And my thing is with Boo Boo. Boo Boo's an excellent fighter, in it, but he's not a crowd pleaser. One, two, he was supposed to fight Charlo and pulled out the week of the fight. The week of the fight, pulled out. Yeah.
I didn't know it was the week of the fight.
It's the week of the fight. I thought it was the week of the fight. He pulled out. It was so late. It was mad. Pulled out the fight. And you can't be frightened of a man and you're going to fight him. Do you know what I'm saying? Why are you fighting him? You're vexed that the man's pulled out the fight.
Yeah.
You don't owe the man nothing.
Don't forget, I used to say this until you as well. You said most of these guys, they're not scared.
Yeah.
One, because they're fighters.
They're fighters.
They're fighters. They get in the ring and they box, man. Whether man's better than them or not, they get in there and fight. There are certain men that don't want to take a fight because they're scared of losing, not that they're scared to fight. They're scared of having a loss on their record. You get what I'm saying? Not because they're actually scared to fight.
No, I hear that.
So
do you think he should get, whoever wins this fight, he should get next, or?
No, I do believe he should get next because he's been waiting around for ages. And who else is he going to fight? He can't keep fighting these any guys. Or not, I shouldn't say any guys. These unknown guys, because this doesn't help the sport and it doesn't help your fucking ticket sales.
No, it doesn't.
Do you know what I mean? This is what these guys need to understand. Fight the best, or if you're not going to fight the best, fight top 10 ranked. Do you know what I mean? They have to have some sort of name to make people want to watch. Do you know what I mean? Or even if they're up and coming, if they're up and coming, they have to be a decent fighter. But you can't just fight any guy from Kazakhstan or fucking Uzbekistan or from around the corner there in Spain and think that people are going to care. But Boo Boo needs a chance. He does need a chance. I don't know. Maybe Eddie's got too much fighters right now. So he's spoiled for choice. You don't know who to give the opportunities to.
Because really, they're talking about Caleb Plant being next.
For who? For Canelo.
Yeah, because Caleb Plant's got the other belt. He's got the other super middleweight belt. Remember, Boo Boo's got the middleweight belt.
Oh shit! Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Boo Boo ain't gonna get that fight. The only person Boo Boo can look to is Charlo, and Jamal Charlo doesn't want him. Jamal Charlo wants Golovkin or Canelo. He don't want him. He's done all he needs to do now. He wants that fight.
He wants the big one.
Yeah, he don't need that fight. You're like, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong. Boo Boo is a tough fight, but what's the point fighting Boo Boo? Like, why not just fight Canelo? Like, or why not fight Golovkin? Why prep for Boo Boo? Like, you're supposed to be past Boo Boo now. You're way, like, you remember him and his brother had a pay-per-view event. Like, you're way past Boo Boo now. Like,
you're in backwards. Backwards.
You're in the realm now. You've set yourself up to fight one of these guys.
Mate, we're talking about all this Boo Boo business. Look, Canelo was meant to fight fucking Andrade.
Oh, was he?
Not Canelo, sorry, Billy Joe.
Yeah, and that was that the drug. What happened with him? Was that the drug thing? Why didn't they fight? Or was he banned because of the woman thing? What was it? What happened with him? I can't remember what happened with him.
That's a good point. I can't remember either. Something happened and it got cancelled, but he didn't go back for it again.
No, he didn't.
Andrade was still calling for it.
He
but
went up
Billy
weight.
just
He went up a weight.
walked away.
Yeah.
I think you see what I'm saying. Now you see when I say man are scared. I don't think Billy's scared, but he didn't want to risk that against Andrade because the payday. Like it's a pay because of this payday today.
Mm.
Do you see what I'm saying? This is, and I believe that's why he didn't want to risk it then, because this is a much bigger payday.
Mm.
And it's boxing. You've always got the opportunity, even though you might think I'm the best, I could win, blah blah blah. It's an opportunity for you to go in there and have a shit night.
Mm. True.
So
Okay.
that being said, and that's the only see that's the thing where I'm upset. That's one of the things that I don't like about Billy. Like, there's a couple of men that he should have fought. Just like a lot of boxers, though, to be fair. There's a couple of men he should have, and namely Andrade being one of them.
Yeah, he should have fought Andrade. He should have fought Andrade. That would have been a good scout. It would have been a necessarily
Definitely.
well-known scout, but in the boxing world, that would have been a very, very, very
boxing
good
world,
scout.
He beats Andrade. If Billy beats Andrade in the boxing world, Billy has now, his stock has risen tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because we all know people outside don't care about Andrade, but the boxers care about Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. It's going to
Uh,
be an interesting. I'm excited.
And last thing, before I go, did you see Mayweather? This is crazy. This is crazy.
I got your hat.
Yeah.
Got your hat.
Man got a black eye for it.
Did someone smack him?
Bro, someone smacked him in his eye. His eye is swollen.
What? Did you see his eye?
Yeah, his eye is swollen. The eye.
Wicked.
It's the. I think it's the left eye. The eye is like it's closing up.
What? Shut up. Did he give an interview or something?
No, he even says it. There's a picture of him. You see him, and he's firstly he's wearing shades.
Mm.
Yeah, after the incident, and then every picture he's taken is at this angle. But you see, there's a bit where you just see his eye looks swollen. His eye looks like it's shrunk in.
Yeah, they jumped on him. But even when I said to myself, they didn't do enough. Like I said to myself, maybe it was security.
Do you know why? Because he kept talking.
Who?
He goes, "I got your hat." He goes, "I got your hat," but he got smacked in the eye.
Even after this, but I know when he said, "I got your hat," it sounded like somebody had punched him. It sounded like he was just still. He sounded like one of them kids. You know them dudes, when you're younger, them dudes that you beat up. You know, you're beating up this dude. And as soon as you walk away, he's no. He'll tell you to say something. After you just weighed him, then you have to go back and weigh him again. Like one of the guys just don't learn. They just keep getting weighed to say stuff because they just can't. They feel they can't just take the beating.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But
if you'd done any more, you might have got sued. You have to be careful.
Yeah, I heard that as well because that's the kind of thing that
cameras are on you. All the cameras are on you. And I looked at all the views, and there's no view that actually shows him holding the lick, but you hear it as well. You hear him go, ooh. You hear him go, ooh.
Do you know why? It's because he's under the power. He gets piled on.
Yeah.
Like real fast. And then his brother tries to help him, but it's too late by then. You see him on the floor. You see him on the floor balled up like this. That's what I see.
And watch when there's another video, watch it. He's hiding his face. He's hiding where he's been hit because it's swollen up. He could feel it. He's like, I got your hat, but he's hiding his face where he's been hit. He's
like he's an idiot.
Face.
Like first of all, he's a child. Like, why are you like? Are you trying to like make some promotion for the fight or something? Like, it's not even your fight. It's your brother's fight.
Yeah, and
you
why are you talking so disrespectfully? You claim you're doing things for boxing, but you're talking so disrespectfully to a great. There's a way of conducting yourself. You're talking like you're fighting a retired guy, talking reckless. Like, this is
like
madness.
You're fighting the best fighter in the world. Like you're fighting somebody today who is the best fighter. You got to say his fight is active.
You're talking to him recklessly, like too reckless. Do you know what I mean?
And this is what they've been doing. Like they do need a humbling, like a proper beating to humble them down. And that's why even when I know what you're saying about the suing and that. So I said I wanted one of the guards, Mayweather's guards, take that case, catch that case, rude boy, but beat him.
He
You
was
see when
telling
you
man, he was like, fuck him up, man.
yeah,
He's
this is
like,
what I'm saying. He
fuck
said,
him up.
fuck him up. If I was a security guard and I say, what fuck, I would have fucked him up. And when I do that chart, I'll say, listen, you put that thing in my can, and we're good. But I'm gonna weigh this dude because you told me fuck this dude up. He deserves it.
That
You get me?
was
I would have
crazy.
weighed him. And I was thinking to myself, do you know what? All these big guys, where's his original security? Because none of them back in the day, them big guys,
Yeah,
they would have
pumped-
strung
they
that
would've pummeled
motherfucker
him,
up.
Yeah, they would have.
They would have strung. None of Jake Paul's security would have been able to stop nothing.
But they would have folded
get
him
me?
up. They would have folded him up like a cardboard
deck
box,
chair.
man. Yeah, like a deck chair. They would have folded him up.
And took him to the beach.
Yeah, he would have got folded up, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Even the little, remember the little Greek one that Mayweather had?
The one who did the boxing got his nose broken.
Yeah, homeboy.
Yeah.
Even him.
He would have killed
would've
for him.
straight
He would have killed for him.
He would have got him.
No,
You get
for
me?
real. For real.
He deserved it. Like, it's stupid. Got your hat. What kind of fucking foolishness? Like, come on, man. You're dealing with a
Why
fucking
do that? Everything he done up until that point was great publicity. You're gonna call Al. You're taking a hat. You're just being disrespectful, like for no reason. Like, and
No,
even
and
even the
childish.
face off, even
Not
the
even just
face.
disrespect. It's not even this disrespect. It's the childishness of it.
Mm.
Like, you're a grown man claiming to be a boxer.
Mm.
Why are you grabbing people's hats and running away? You not like, what are you doing?
For real. That's true.
He thought it'd just be a quick publicity thing. He didn't. He probably thought, oh yeah, maybe it'd take his publicity. Blah blah.
He didn't know it was gonna go like that. Yeah, he didn't know it was gonna go left like that.
No, he had no idea. He thought it would just be a good camera stunt. But he got a real quick awakening, boy. Should have been more.
Even in the face off, man goes, "When's the last time you knocked someone out?" Well, hold on, you've never knocked no one out though. Like you've never knocked no one out. Like, why are we having this conversation? Like, why are you so like? I don't like the disrespect.
Who said that? The big brother.
Yeah. In the face off, he goes, when have you ever knocked? When's the last time you knocked someone out? What, 10 years ago? Like, bro, he knocked someone out the other day in an exhibition match. You're mad. You're crazy. He knocked the Chinese man out. And he said, I gave people what they wanted, a knockout. And he beat up. That's the last time he knocked someone out.
You see the funny thing about that situation,
and the size difference is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, this is gonna be if he beats him up, it's gonna be one of them ones where you replay it because he's so much bigger than him.
He's gonna beat him up. He's gonna beat him up. This is sparring. This is why he said I could beat both of them. And what he really should do is he should cancel this fight and say, listen, I'm not fighting you unless I can fight you and your brother on the same day.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? That's what he should do now.
Yeah.
And beat the brakes off of both of them.
Yeah, for real.
That would be awesome. That'd be an awesome night. I'll pay to watch that shit. Even though I already know he's gonna wipe the floor with the other one. But to be fair, the older brother, he don't really get on my nerves like that. Even with his hype on that, because I know he's doing it.
It's the younger one.
It's the younger one. The older one is doing it. You know now, everything he does, even from the KSI fights, it was strictly promotional. You know, both of them do it for promotion, but the older one is more, even though he tries to be disrespectful, he's more respectful with his disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The younger one is just, he'll say anything to just try to get some sort of publicity. And he actually starts to believe. The younger one actually starts to believe what he's saying.
And then you see the real him. He's a bully.
There you go.
See the real him. He's a bit of a bully.
Not a bit of, he is, until he gets his ass handed to him.
But who's going to give it? Because he's picking his fights carefully. Like, let's be realistic. He was never going to fight Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor will kill him in the ring. He's not going to fight Conor McGregor in the ring. Let's be realistic.
Oh, no, he'll want to fight Conor. He's got but in boxing, he's got a chance to fight. If he lasts 3 rounds, he's got a chance of beating Conor in boxing.
Bro, he cannot beat... Bro, hold on. Let's just take a breather here. We've got to remember, yeah? This is a man who boxed amateur, yeah?
O'Connor.
Conor is not Ben Askren, who's a wrestler, who's
He's not
who doesn't even punch in the ring. Who tells you, I only jab so I can get near them. I don't jab to hurt. I jab so I can grab them. That's what he said. He said, I don't punch. That's not what I do. I just do it so I can grab you. And then once I grab you, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's his
Fair
thing. That's always been Ben Askren's thing. You fought an American footballer, a retired American footballer.
Basketball.
You fought Thingy's brother. Who is he? I don't know. Deji. You fought Deji.
Deji.
That's your free fights. That's your free fights. You cannot beat Conor.
Didn't he beat up another YouTuber? Didn't he beat up another YouTuber as well?
Yeah,
No?
yeah, he beat up some skinny white dude.
Yeah.
Bruv, you cannot beat up Conor McGregor. That's foolish. You can't fight Tyron Woodley. He'll put you to sleep.
Oh no. See, now you're talking different.
But
Tyron Woodley.
But
him to sleep.
But McGregor's got way better skills. His skill set's way better. Like he counter punches. He sets you up. He does check hooks. He uppercuts.
Yeah.
He's not just going in there with no, like, it's disrespectful what this guy's doing.
He's better at
Conor
it.
will
But
kill him.
at the same time, at the same time, I still say
he went 3 rounds with Deji. He's not like,
yeah, that's his first fight. Like, I don't like the kid.
Deji.
I don't like the kid.
Deji
Listen.
can't fight. Deji can't fight.
I know.
Bro.
Listen, I don't like the kid. Listen to this.
Bro,
I don't like the kid.
I can't believe we're having this conversation. I can't believe we're actually having this conversation.
No.
You are being so disrespectful right now. It's unbelievable.
Listen.
So disrespectful. It's unbelievable.
I don't like him either. But you gotta understand this. The guy has been training as a boxer with professional boxers as a boxer for the last 3 years, maybe more. Since he fought Deji.
Don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing.
He's dedicated himself to this thing every day. He's not going to beat. Listen. He's not going to beat no professional boxer. He's not going to beat no amateur boxer. But what he will be able to do is beat certain UFC fighters.
Yes, and like Ben
probably
Askren.
The majority of them, because the majority of them don't box. Even though they throw their hands in the ring, they're not boxers.
Bruv, he's not going to beat Matt Holland. He's not going to beat anyone who stand up fights. He's going to beat only men who don't punch. Every person he's fought does not box at all. Every person he's been in the ring with does not box. There's amateurs, there's people who have been in the ring every day of their life, who live in the gym. They are called gym rats, who could not beat Conor McGregor. There's people who live in the gym that could not beat Conor McGregor. This guy's been in the gym 3 years and he can beat Conor McGregor? This is crazy. This is blasphemy. This is blasphemy. Exactly. Most great boxers or people who are good at boxing have been in the sport over 10 years, fighting professionally, being in the ring and fighting guys of the same caliber, like life or death. He's in the ring fighting mans that can't. He's not fought anyone who can actually punch. That's like boxing, like no one. All his fights have been against man who can't do nothing. There's no way he's gonna go in the ring and beat Conor McGregor. It's not gonna happen. He can beat Ben Askren. He can't even beat Tyron Woodley. And Tyron Woodley has just got a right hand. That's all he's waiting to throw.
You reckon he can't even beat?
No, he can't beat Tyron Woodley.
No. I don't think he beat Tyron.
He can beat Ben Askren, and all these men he's fought are smaller than him. They're all smaller than him. Ben Askren is tiny. When I saw him standing, blood, he's tiny. These men he's fighting are all smaller than him. Deji's smaller than him. The other YouTuber he bought was way smaller than him. Nate was no size for him, and Ben Askren is tiny compared to him. You see when they're squaring off, Ben Askren's looking up at him. He's not in fights that make any sense, bro. You're calling out Conor McGregor, knowing you're not going to be able to fight Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is signed to UFC. You're not going to get that fight. You're not going to get Conor McGregor. But what you can do is make a name of calling his name out. Because the reality is, Conor McGregor sees you on the street, you're going to humble yourself. You're talking about his wife. You're doing things that make me think you don't want the fight. You're just trying to use his name like you're a boxer. It's ridiculous.
He's just disrespectful.
You've got the guy, the people he's got training him is, bro, this is madness. He's got
Jolly Love.
he's got Jay Leon Love training him. Yeah. And all Jay Leon Love can give you is that gym rat feeling. He's a gym rat. He was a gym rat. He can give you that gym rat feeling.
He was a champion as well. He was a champion.
Yeah, he can give you that gym rat feeling.
Right? And as you said, he hasn't got Jay Leon Love training no more. Not now he done what he did to Mayweather.
Yeah, that's over with.
Because Jay Leon ain't allowed to go over there. Or Mayweather was cutting that off.
And he's got my man who Bellew hitting the nuts. Remember when he got angry with Hay? Got him in his corner.
Oh, when he hit Hayes Brethren in the balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
the one
what's his
that's
name?
I've forgotten his name, but he's got him in his corner. That's the people who's training him.
Jesus Christ.
You get me? You've seen him in the ring, and they're showing him in training, bludgeoning people's noses, bro. I don't respect none of that. That's all falsification. There's no way. There's no way. Come on, you know what they were saying? They were saying that not now, because UFC now is of a different ilk. Like you have to have techniques in UFC now. You can't just walk off the street and do UFC per se. But boxing, they've made it clear you can't be of any standard just walking off and fighting. It's such an art. The art of it is so skilled that you can't just come in and just start beating everyone up. It don't work like that.
No.
Don't work like that. They've got to match you up correctly. Not Billy Joe. Conor McGregor is a wrong matchup for you because one, you can't do what Mayweather does. You can't take the punishment Mayweather does. You can't roll punches like Mayweather does. You're not the same ilk to do what Mayweather done to him. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't do what Mayweather done to him. You're not built like that. You're not built to do that. You're not built to just walk through punches and know you can take the punches because you've got a granite chin. Because you ain't been hit by no one really without a head guard on. You don't know what's going on.
So with a head guard on. Listen, as I said, I still want to give him props and say
How
that.
dare you?
No. I still want to give him props and say that he's in the gym, he's working. He's been working for how many years? But still, saying that, I can't argue with what you said before, because I do agree with that in as well. He hasn't fought any fighters. He hasn't fought any boxers. Like he's picking, you're right, he's picking the people who fight correctly. He hasn't fought anybody who calls himself a boxer. You fight, as you said, UFC man and sports stars.
Did you see the interview? Did you see their face off? You
can't call yourself a boxer if you ain't fighting any boxers.
Did you see their face off?
Which one?
Ben Askren and
when Ben pushed him in his face?
Before that, when they're doing the sit-down talk, Ben goes, "You're a bully and you only pick people you think you can beat." He goes, "Before you was going to pick me, you was going to pick another wrestler. And he turned you down, so you picked me." And he tried to make out like, yeah, because I picked you. But reality is, it's the truth. You picked another wrestler, the wrestler turned you down.
Ben fucked him up at the press conference.
Made him look silly.
He didn't know what to say. I remember that.
You're a bully. You're talking about you want Conor McGregor, but you're picking out these people. That's why I even respect the brother more. Because at least you're fighting Mayweather.
He said he wants to fight DC.
He wants to fight DC. This is crazy.
Daniel Cormier.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Another wrestler. He wants to fight another wrestler.
And then Daniel Cormier told him, innit? He goes,
He said, no. He said,
if you want to fight in the octagon, though.
UFC.
Yeah.
So he goes, and I'm gonna hurt you. I said, you want to fight me in the UFC, and I'm gonna hurt you. So I'm not gonna knock you out. He said, I'm not gonna knock you out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna make sure it goes a distance. He would never, ever. He's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? He's not stupid. He's not stupid. He's not stupid.
Oh
He
my
makes too much money on YouTube and fighting wrestlers to go to MMA and get his ass beat.
Man, knocked out Nate. That dude, they're doing memes on Nate still to this day. Poor Nate. Do you know what I mean?
Nate. Awful Nate. He went in there like a fucking joke. Like, what's like Nate, man? And then if you can't box like that, bruv, you're not a boxer. Make it ugly. You know what I'm saying? Hold him and throw him in the corner, and while you're holding him, punch him. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it ugly. But man just went in there and tried to box, knowing you're not a boxer, and then just was running into punches. Just ran into punches.
I think he's called him out. Tyson's brother.
Yeah, no. He called out Tyson's brother first.
So why isn't he fighting him? He's been saying I'll fight you.
Yeah, he ain't gonna. He's not, bro. Tyson's brother will kill him.
Kill him.
No, but you see the size of Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy's a big guy. Tommy's a big guy.
He's a big lad, he is.
Tommy's a big lad.
Listen,
Tommy and Tyson Fury remind me of twins, where all the genes just went to Tommy, and they just left all the garbage with Tyson Fury. Because
all the garbage with Tyson.
Because Tyson looks a mess. Even when he's in shape, he looks a mess.
He looks like garbage, but he's got all the ability.
Why is he in shape but look a mess? That don't make sense. How are you in shape but you still look a mess? But you're genetically ungifted. You're in your prime. Think about it, yeah? You have never... Have you ever been your optimum prime? Never, innit? You've never been able to train every day, run every day. Like, you've never been your optimum prime. But you know, if you go to the gym for 6 months straight, 3 days a week, you're going to see a difference. My man's in the gym every day. He said he don't drink, he don't smoke. He's in the gym. He runs every day. Bro, and I'm seeing him at the press conference, and he looks out of shape. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think that's just his genetics are fucked. As you said, somebody strained it. Like his old man just strained, like see for a stick. Like somehow he strained it all out, and Tyson just got all that was left.
A dirty soul sieve. A dirty soul sieve. Because that's ridiculous. And his brother's walking past in immaculate shape, built like an ox. I don't understand
Looking like he just stepped off the runway.
Exactly. Doesn't make sense, bro. It's weird. It's weird, bro.
I don't know. I think it's his genes, though. I think it's just a gene thing. Like literally, it's what he can't. I don't think he could look any better than he looks, unless he changed his diet. I think he'd have to not be a heavyweight. But he can never. He always be a heavyweight. He's like 17 stuff. He's massive.
Yeah,
but like in terms of, I think it's because of how he is. You know what I mean? His height to weight ratio and all of that jazz. I don't think he could be cut. You know what I mean? For him, if he ever got to a position where he was cut, he'd be malnourished.
Yeah, he'll be malnourished. Yeah, something's not right with him, man. They definitely weren't eating the right food when they produced that one. Even though he's a great talent, like it's just I don't understand how a man can train, be at his optimum, and still look out of shape. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that. You know, even like he's still got little hip, like he's still got little love hand. I don't understand how that's not gone.
What is he?
That's why he's probably always depressed, calling himself a fat shit. He'd be like, I'm just a fat cunt. He doesn't understand why himself, what's going on. Doesn't make any sense to him. That could have caused some of his mental stress, not understanding why I'm not in any shape when I'm training. But I can't express it. But on that note, bro, big up for that. I don't want to be biased to any media, so fuck all media. Old media, new media, fuck you all.
I'll second that.
Yeah. It's only the face of Spend TV that matters. Yeah. Big up El Loco who couldn't be there. You said, just to recap, Canelo Alvarez knockout by the 6th round, and I'm saying going the distance. Billy Joe Saunders
6 or 7, 7th latest.
7th latest, and Canelo's face is going to look a bit like pizza. That's what I've put down as my prediction. He's going to get shook, and then they'll do a rematch and they'll win Canelo Alvarez will win the rematch. Brother,
All right.
peace out.
So, as always, it's bellies down, hoodies up.
That's it. Peace.
We're out.
Yep.